Hello everyone, we are in workshop number 4.2. If you have not watched the workshop number 4.1, you have to watch it, otherwise you will not have a continuation here. In this workshop 4.2, we are going to be doing the hands-on on those 4 black boxes, what is shown here. What are these black boxes doing here? Essentially, we are going to be controlling the database operations here. There are 2 players here. The first one is the Ticketmaster IT department. They control the Ticketmaster database operations in terms of what are the available tickets, and if there are any purchases happening, they will control those operations. The second one is the bank IT department. They will control the user bank account related database. Basically, it's a banking database. There will be users, their profiles, their accounts, their balances, their transfers, everything. They will be creating their database, they will be creating the tables, they'll be populating the data. That is the kind of operations we'll be doing in this hands-on demo. Let us go and do it. So now we are in the AWS console, RDS menu. If you look at the left panel, click the database menu and you will end up in this create database panel. Click the standard create. And in the engine options, we are going to choose the PostgreSQL. As you scroll down, in the engine version, we are going to choose the one what is given default here. Of course, you can choose whatever you prefer, but I have chosen this. In terms of the templates, we are going to be choosing sandbox because we are not doing production, we are not doing dev or test. It's going to be a sandbox for learning purposes, and we will delete it after we are done with this exercise. Since it's sandbox, it's going to be in a single AZ. And then the next parameter, we are going to give the DB instance identifier. Give the name of your choice and make sure to write it down because you need this value later in the Lambda functions. Similarly, the master username, you give one of your choice and make a note of it. And then as you scroll down, we're going to do the self-manage password and write down some password here of your choice. And similarly, as you scroll down, in terms of the burstable classes, we're going to choose the one which is the smallest here to avoid any cost. And as you scroll down, the storage type, SSD, and the allocated storage, we're going to choose whatever it comes default. And the next one in the additional storage configuration, by default this was enabled, but I have disabled it because we do not need any storage auto scaling since we are doing learning. Connectivity, we will leave the default ones. VPC, we are going to leave the default, and DB subnet group, we are going to leave the default. And the public access, by default this comes as a no, but I have chosen yes because we have to access this from our laptop, from our thick client, in order to create the table, create the data. And as you scroll down, VPC security group, we are going to choose the existing one. And what is the existing one, which is the default? Availability zone, this one I have selected one and write it down because I want to use the same availability zone when I do certain operations in the Lambda. So write it down in your file. And as you scroll down, we are going to leave the certificate authority default. Additional configuration database port, it is 5432, which is the default. And under the database authentication, we are going to choose the default. In monitoring, there is only 2 options here, so we will choose the one which I highlighted here. For the performance insights, by default I believe it was enabled, but we are going to disable it. We do not need all those things. Just choose the one what I have shown here. In terms of the database options, give a database name of your choice and write it down. You need this information later down the line when you code your Lambda function. And similarly for the DB parameter group, leave the default. For the backup, we're going to disable. We don't need backup because we are going to be doing for learning purposes and deleting it after this exercise. The maintenance window, it doesn't matter. You can choose either one. I have chosen some window here. And then we are going to click create database. So at this point, it is going to take some 10-15 minutes. Let us pause and then we will come back in few seconds. Okay, it is available now. So now we have to create some tables. We need some data. In order to do that, we need editor. So I have downloaded an editor from this site and installed it. And after installation, this is how it shows up. But I'm not going to go through the instructions of how to install it. Please go through this site and read the instructions and install one. So let us open this database and then we will do certain operations. Make a note of the endpoint here. And then click the VPC security group and then click the security group ID. And here there's a inbound rules. We're going to be giving some access for the laptop. So we're going to click edit inbound rules. And here click the add rule button and choose the PostgreSQL, and we're going to grant access to my local laptop. In your case, you will grant access to your local laptop. This local laptop IP will get automatically picked up. You don't need to worry about it. And then this will grant access for your laptop from your thick client to access this database. So we're going to click save rules. So now we are in the thick client. Let us go and connect it. We're going to put the server name. Let us go and copy whatever the information we have written down earlier. And then click connect. Okay, good. Now it is connected. So we're going to look at the GitHub here and look at the DDL which I opened. And we're going to be creating 3 tables. Users is the first table that will contain the user profile. And the second table is the accounts, which will contain the different accounts of the users, whether it's checking, savings, and what is their balance. The third one is the transaction table, where it will control all the individual transactions. So we're going to copy the first DDL here to create the first table. Let us paste it here and click the execute script. It has successfully created the table. Let us go and this is accounts. We don't need accounts. We need profile users. So we're going to copy this. So there are 20 users here. Let us copy the insert statement here and then click the execute script. So this will create about 20 users here. Query returned successful. That is good. Let us go and copy the select statement and come here and paste it. Let us click run. So now it is returned 20 rows, which is the 20 users. That is good. Each row has got user ID, full name, email, phone number. All those are created here. And let us copy the second table DDL here for accounts. Let us paste it and then click execute. It's going to create. It did. Let us copy the insert statement for these accounts. Copy it, come here and paste it, and then click execute. So it's going to create the accounts in the accounts table. Now let us do the select to see to make sure all the data what we just inserted are showing up in this thick client. This confirms the data is stored properly. So we have account ID, user ID, account type, currency, balance, and the create date. So one user may have different account. In this case, user 1 has got 3 accounts: checking, savings, and credit. Let us copy the third DDL and then paste it here and then click execute. Now let us go and copy the insert data for the transaction table. Copy this and come to the client and paste it. Click execute. So now it is successfully inserted. Let's go and copy the select statement and come here and paste it here and click it. So that is good. So now we know it returned 46 rows. That confirms this data has got correctly updated, inserted inside the database. At this point, we have completed the database operation. Essentially, we have installed the database, we have created the table, we have copied the data at this point. So if you look at the left side panel, you will see the structure of the database. Under the database, you see the name, what we created. That's the name of the database, what we created. And then under schemas, it says public. That is the default schema. That is our schema name. And then if you scroll further down under tables, we have 3 tables there: accounts, transactions, and users. So at this point, this banking related database is ready for us. Let us go to the next phase. In terms of the Ticketmaster related database, we will create when we reach the Ticketmaster agent later down the line. For now, the banking related database is ready to go. Let us go to the next phase.